like that. Especially Azoth in particular, it's like mostly played by the dedicated Azoth's mains, the Zapappies of the world, you know?
I didn't catch his character level with this before we actually got into this game. A little bit slow to pick up the weapon there, but he didn't seem to mind that as he was putting pressure onto West with the unarmed kit. The axe coming out early on. He could just want the bow to deal with the bow, or maybe he just wants the axe to deal with the bow. You see him slapping up on West early on in this game. Saw that side signature almost come out and connect. That was very close. That would have been a big move. West charging that one up. Lopez not in the area to punish it, so West gets that one off for free. Side air turns him red. Weapon toss puts a little bit of salt on that wound.
Yeah, it would be interesting if Lopez was specifically looking for Azoth's axe, because, I mean, not the most favorite signatures. Down 6, pretty nice. Neutral signature, it's all right, but usually that side signature can trip people up. It's got a very precise spot that it teleports forward into.
He also has a couple of SIG hitboxes that'll linger just a little bit longer than you expect. So maybe Wesley playing Koji, which you might expect to be a little bit difficult to punish, maybe he's hoping for those longer hitboxes to stick out there. Maybe he's also hoping for that beautiful signature to KO off the top and even it up. But specifically, if West throws out a move and Lopez wants to punish that, and West is already out of recovery frames, oh man, more damage coming out. He can chase with the axe side signature if West is already moving because of the low recovery frames on the Koji.
And there you're starting to see that bow signature kit. A lot of Azoth players out there love that bow signature kit. Again, to your earlier point, the active frames on those signature kits, just kind of the range that those things have right now. He's chunking away at West, though. Koji not the highest defense legend, and that axe side air is going to give him the stock advantage.
Now you are seeing him put some time into this axe. He swapped to the axe to find the KO there, despite Bo having maybe a more consistent setup with the D-Light into the recovery. But he's finding consistent signatures. He's finding side airs when he needs them. Already has Wesley in the orange. So Lopez is looking to close this game 1 out in commanding fashion. Neutral Light doesn't mind throwing that axe away because he has another one ready to go. Still swinging. He is swinging so often against Wes.
And they're generally connecting. He is getting so much damage built up onto West. Fantastic punish, the weapon toss. Does he have the movement? No, just shy of the wall. Lopez gonna take game 1, scouting out the Koji, having the pocket pick in mind to counter the Koji.
Yeah, this Azoth is looking absolutely saucy so far from Lopez. You see the way he's moving around. Everything has confidence in it. Even the moves he misses, he's not taking a lot of punishment for. He's finding good hits. He's finding hits that he can continue the pressure on, finding multi-hits. He's not relying on one single thing. Like, you're not just seeing him sidelight nair reset, sidelight nair reset, sidelight D-light neutral light on Bo or anything like that. He's just playing some good Brawlhalla. Has great movement, playing against a very tough to punish legend coming out from Wes's Koji. And it seems like it's not so tough to punish, so he's going to switch over to the Ragnir. Wes does have a massive character pool to choose from today.
Yeah, I was trying to look back throughout the day to see if this was the first time Wes has been forced off of the Koji, but that isn't the case. Earlier in the pool section, Wes did practice his Ulgrim, did practice the Ragnir and the Hattori. So he has a little bit of warm-up on this Ragnir, and of course the Ragnir will be bringing that fire with those signatures if he starts throwing those out.
Now we're going to start Axe v Axe here, coming in on the Demon Island in Game 2. He earlier lost the Bo v Bo matchup against Lopez. They're going pretty even so far with the Axe. You saw a signature come out from West that hit. He definitely has more damage onto Lopez right there. Spot dodges through the side light, hits the neutral light, and these are the more hits that are coming out from Lopez. He's still just a little bit behind in terms of damage. Ooh. Ooh,
good
Wesley.
Nice
turn he turns it around.
Still not enough to get the stock, though. Now they're just trading unarmed for unarmed. Finally going back for the weapons, but Lopez in a slightly stronger position, except for that slap to send him down, and that's going to be the stock. West not even going for the ground pound to guarantee it. He knew he had the movement.
There were so many moments in like the last 10 seconds where one move that would have absolutely KO'd happened to be dodged through at the right time from these players. So that first stock could have gone to either player at like 5 different times.
And now Lopez is in trouble, needs to get this finishing blow. Like you were saying, West doing a good job dodging, but takes the backswing from the axe recovery. What's the weapon going to be? Juggling for a little bit, but it looks like the axe. He was kind of winning out in the axe trades, going 2 hits for the 1 of Wesley.
Lopez has been happy to get the bow, but it seems like no matter what Wes is doing, he really wants the axe. He's like, I got a bow, I'm cool with that, but he's dreaming about that axe and when he's going to be able to get his hands on it.
Looking like he might switch over. You saw a lot of weapon tosses come out, but just to open up Wes. Oh, disarmed himself. The double dare, and Wes now has a massive lead over Lopez.
He started winning the axe mirror match. Basically that entire stock, and towards the end found that huge moment where he found the KO, has the guitars in his hands, might find it a little bit tough to get in on Lopez, finds a neutral signature, doesn't go for a second one like he did on the edge earlier. Weapon toss is helping to extend the string just a little bit, doesn't find the punish there, dodge comes through from West after the missed recovery, Stack somehow doesn't find the neutral light.
Yeah, just turned the neutral light the wrong direction. The Spitfire actually bouncing Lopez up, so he's going to be able to extend this stock for a little bit here, but still, West getting the better, has the extra stock in the back pocket, has Lopez off stage. Lopez goes for the turnaround, but he's going to eat a Sayer, and West taking game 2 in convincing fashion.
Feeling good on the Ragnar pick, did some good stuff with both weapons, used the signatures very well. So the Ragnar switch he's taking full use of. We're seeing West back out just a little bit. He's going to come in with the purple color scheme. Now we're going to see that final KO. Look at that. 2 stocks on West, not even in the red. Finds the axe side air, throws out the neutral signature in celebration. And Lopez is pulling out a level 17 Petra.
Huh. Now that is an interesting character pick. Wes, of course, paying some love to the LA Lakers with the purple and the yellow character colors. But Lopez, on the other hand, going in with just the raw blue base Petra, level 17, like you said. I'm not sure where this is coming from. Again, I guess I'm a little bit lost on the character picks of Lopez, but I would not have expected this one.
Going back at some of the other characters that Lopez has played like through last year, I'm talking about a Bodvar, a Nash, I love his cross, a Jae Yun. We saw some Barraza great yesterday, so we haven't seen the blasters come out from Lopez whatsoever. We did see the axe, similar to what we saw from the Barraza yesterday. Is he just going to take this that early on? Oh my gosh, he does. Wesley completely demolishing Lopez, and Lopez was just, he's sitting there, he kept pressing it. Is he going to get the KO off the top? No, but it was so close.
Yeah, I mean, like, slightly more damage, and Lopez would have been gone already down to his final stock, but man, what a start. There was a moment where I thought Lopez was getting the better of West with the unarmed, but again, it's unarmed in the off stage. Like, that's such a risky spot to be in, especially against an axe, and now West has a mile of runway.
They're tied 1-1 in the set, but this game, man, is opening up big for West. There is an opportunity for Lopez to open up and find something big, but it's not going to come just yet, as Wesley is going to take yet another stock, getting the orange KO on a higher defense legend coming out from Petra. This is it's looking like a little bit of a wash for Lopez. Yet another neutral signature coming out. Lopez has just been stuck on the edge. First it was the right side, now it was the left side, then it was the left side again. Now he's finding some footing on the main stage, but still he's over on the corner. And he's like, yeah, let's keep playing on the corner, right? Third time's the charm, right?
The worst part is, like, we're about a minute and a half in this one, and like, there's really not a lot of things here that Lopez can take and go like, okay, you know what I need to do is I can adjust to these dodges that come out from West, things like that. It is able to connect with the neutral signature, and hopefully Lopez can kind of slow this one down, get some information to take into game number 4, because game 3 is looking like it's going to go the way of West.
Lopez just kind of running away from West, putting a lot of distance between them before he chooses to initiate. That time with the side light, taking so much damage here. Out comes the Katars. Doesn't quite find the side air. Lopez might get the turnaround here. Can he clean up the edge guard and even up the stocks? Not quite yet. West going to get to soft platform. Now he's on the main platform. Has control of the center stage. Backing up just a little bit. Bringing Lopez over to the corner. That's where West has found so many stocks. Neutral sig coming out from Lopez. Putting out some good damage there. That's now 2 solid reads that Lopez has had with signatures. Neutral signatures on both weapons.
Yeah, great recognition of the way Wes is reacting there. He did a GC side sig on the wake up, and Lopez had it read out. Again, throwing out these verticals. Looks like a lot of jumping is happening from Wes, and Lopez is able to get these punishes. Deep slide charge just off the mark onto West. Not sure if it would have knocked out, but the down sig will, and suddenly Lopez has some hope here in game number 3.
No weapon spawn coming in just for West quite yet. There's one on the right side of the stage. Lopez getting near it, grabs it, gauntlets in his hand. It's still going to take a lot to take out West here. Has the Katars, doesn't have the opportunity to find an axe side air, could find a neutral signature, could find a recovery, could just get a side air over the corner. It's going to be the N-Sig from the middle of the stage, reasonably high up, and that is going to be another game for West.
But man, that was looking like a comeback path for Lopez there. He was orange last stock against West and brought it back down to final stocks. I was liking some of the stuff that was coming out of the Petra. Maybe if he started that, like if he played all stocks like it was a third stock Petra, then maybe we could have seen some good stuff. But instead, he's going to be bringing out the cross that you were saying you were a fan of.
And he's going to have a lot more experience on this cross, coming in at level 69. Nice on that one from Lopez. We'll see if he's able to keep West at a better distance here and engage from a distance with the blasters, with that poking sidelight, giving him some room with the neutral light, instead of what he had to do before where like stay away from West and then burn a dash to get in and then throw out an orb sidelight. This way he can just stay away and still put out hitboxes.
Cross will still have some good neutral signatures as well. Those were two things that were working very well against West. Won't quite have the giant umbrella of orb balls like the neutral signature that Petra has, but still has some good options there if West keeps playing that vertical on reaction.
Yeah, if he gets caught jumping, blasters, or sorry, not blasters, neutral sig, gauntlet neutral sig, could be a solid option here to get the KO off the side. Doesn't even have to worry about taking off the top. He's close on the edge. Blaster's looking good early on, though. Neutral light from West is going to end that long string of damage output. Might continue it going. I want to see Lopez dip.
Turn around.
Okay, he turns around, hits the ground pound. Got the punish there as West was getting back to the wall, recovering. Finds the KO in orange. A lot of force on that Blaster's ground pound.
Yeah, that was a great turnaround from Lopez. West was doing a good job of like hitting Lopez, but each time Lopez got those wall touches, still able to make his way back onto the wall, but he jumps into the ghost fist that was going through the ground. And West is on the back foot here in game number 4.
I'm glad we get to see the cross from Lopez. That was in my notes. I wrote it into existence in a death note, but like in more like a fun Brawlhalla note. Look at his cross. It's so good. One of the best crosses in the game. I love his blasters. Gauntlets are an incredible weapon right now. He plays this character, not just these weapons, but this character very well.
It is one of those characters you don't see a lot in competitive, and West clearly struggling a little bit against Lopez on the cross. The side airs are still not enough. Lopez is coming in here with 5 defense on the cross. Actually took out of defense, but the neutral sig will finally finish the first stock of West. And we're seeing a reversal from the last game where West now has to try to attempt the reverse 3 stock.
Blasters in hand for Lopez. Sidelight into the neutral air, hits another sidelight, another sidelight. Almost found another one. West finding some good damage, answering back. Still behind in terms of damage. Another at least in the same color. Not anymore. After that neutral light, West is in the red. D-Light ground pound does miss. This could be West's chance to at least take the stock away and deny the 2 stock.
Neutral sig again from West. Lopez still having some in the tank, but just not enough. Now it's on West to go perfect stock here. Deep red against Lopez, but he does have the weapon advantage, but no, it spawns on Lopez's side, and the recovery will take it to game number 5.
Tying up the set here between West and Lopez. The cross change paying off. Is West going to continue with the Ragnar pick, or are we going to see yet another switch?
Looks like Wes is thinking about this one. Still haven't seen a lot of the traditional Wes Lance. Not to say that I want him to go into it, but it's definitely on Wes to make the adjustment here. Lopez's blasters came alive very quickly in game number 4. Does Wes have a counter pick in his character pool? He does have a large character pool.
He has the Mordex option. He has the Hattori option. Does have the Macho Man option. Could see a Val. Oh, it's going to be the Macho Man.
Okay, going to the classic, the Macho Man Randy Savage. Going to be going up against Lopez on the cross.
And we're going to Apocalypse. Strength stance coming out from both characters. Like you mentioned earlier, Lopez is pulling out of defense, going down to 5. And I believe Macho Man pulls out of movement speed. So not going to be able to quite zip around as much, but does have that lance to aid him in some movement. Moves like the side air, moves like the down air.
Already lands 3 hits on the Lopez, uncontested, getting more. This is the lance of West. That was 100-0. Bro, okay. You know what? Maybe I should have said he should have gone to the Macho Man. I should have more confidence in my West picks.
All right, when did he last play the Macho Man? Like, he was playing Koji a set ago. I think the rest of the day he was playing Koji, and then he can just, like, wake up with this. All of a sudden, put out this huge strength potential that he wasn't doing with any of his other characters. All of a sudden, no warm-up time. The muscle memory is still there, no problem.
Homie took off the anime training weights and was like, all right, time to bring out my main, and is just taking the stocks off of Lopez. One more Sair, and this stock could be gone just barely off the mark. And Lopez should be able to get back. Yeah, gets the wall touch for the jumps, but man, Wesley's looking good.
And this is morally defeating for a lot of different reasons. First, just look at the health difference and the stock difference. Wesley is not even orange yet until the first pop of that neutral light. There is a small chance that Wesley loses this game. He basically has to throw it, or Lopez just actually has to play at an inhuman level, right? So Lopez doesn't even have the answer after this, because it's game 5 situation. If he loses this, he just kind of has to hold that L and move down into the loser's bracket.
Yeah, you got to shake off an L here and just get ready for your loser's match. But right now, West ready to 3-stock in winner's final against Lopez. Misses the ground pound on both sides. All right, eats the weapon toss. So that's going to deny the 3-stock, but Lopez is so far behind.
Still only the first stock when that went away. Like you saw he tried it with the ground pound. Almost found a connection there. That one he just finds. He finds that one raw, jumping up above, throws out that ground pound, and Wes is going to easily discard Lopez into the loser's bracket and move into the grand finals. Oh my goodness.
That's a big oof. 148 damage from Lopez. That was the West show for game number 5. Clearly showing why he deserves that spot in the grand finals. And now Lopez has a little bit of breathing room. Going to be going down to the loser's final to await the winner of our next match, the 20th PR versus the #1 PR in South America, Monexo versus Fiend.
I mean, you've seen Monexo running through players that we would not expect him to run through, coming in, fighting Broly, PR number 8, winning that set 3-1, and then moving on to fight DB, PR number 3, winning that one in game 5. But again, Fiend is a different animal, something we've echoed going from Broly to DB and now to Fiend, but still, Fiend is a different animal.
One thing that I was noticing in the last match with Fiend versus Power Ranger is like, Fiend as a player is a different animal, but this Fiend right here in loser's bracket of the Winter Championship 2021 is playing very, very differently than what we're used to seeing from Fiend. Like, Fiend is generally known for going for these crazy options, maybe overcommitting to a degree and still getting away with it and still getting these weapon toss conversions, things like that. But now with the Queen Nai, it's a much more paced, much more anti-air heavy Queen Nai that just gets downlight into N-Sig after downlight into N-Sig after downlight into N-Sig.
Now we can see right now, you just heard the lock-in. It is not Queen Nai coming in from Fiend. He's not going to lead with that Queen Nai here. Of course, Monexo is going to start off with the Koji that we saw earlier, that level 100 Koji, but Fiend is going to lead with the Bren.
It makes sense. It's kind of his starter character for the most part. It's been the thing that he's been playing. And of course, that's going to be the comfort for Fiend, and it's going to be nice that he has that pocket pick. On the other side, Monexo going to be coming in with the Koji, seeing a lot of Koji love coming out from the South Americans. Of course, we saw Wes on it, seeing Monexo on it as well. And we're going to get right on in to game number 1 of the losers semifinal. Monexo able to get the spawn weapon.
You saw them basically doing the exact same thing of not throwing out attacks. They were right at the exact same height. Monexo happened to grab the weapon after that sort of ball tip like the beginning of an NBA game. And the damage is going to be now even. Might be more in Monexo's favor after he has found these 5, 6 hits. From when I even started that sentence, Monexo's starting to run away with this game at least a little bit. Charges that one up, calls out the spot dodge, gets the KO, middle of the stage. Big opening statement from Monexo.
That side signature is such a big call out. Like, you're just stuck sitting there watching them charge up this bow, but D-Light into Ensig and Fiend immediately responding back onto Monexo. Still took a little bit of damage on that second stock, so it is in favor of Monexo.
Someone needs to, like, check Brynn for performance-enhancing drugs, because she is on something, dude. That neutral sig KO'd off the top on Demon Island when Monexo was in orange, and Fiend finds yet another stock.
And Monexo just falling off there. You saw the stars come out. That was a stuffed recovery. I didn't realize he had burned so much else with that one. And so Fiend suddenly stealing the lead after Monexo had a fantastic start, eating the down signature as well. The golf swing from the axe of Fiend. Still gets the wall touch, so Fiend's going to get up. But the tatami mat sends him flying.
If Monexo would have been orange when he got hit with that D-Sig, he would have been dead.
Yeah.
Even like the early stages of orange, he would have been dead. He was yellow, and it sent him off the screen.
Still able to convert into the downlight recovery to even up the stock count. But man, Fiend looking good. Has Monexo in the orange. Good dodge up this time. Not going to fall for the same trick twice.
Goes for the sidelight there. It has enough verticality to grab Fiend out of the side signature that does lift Brent up just a little bit. Gets away from the D-Sig. Now, sometimes I forget how much damage that Spear D-Sig does, but Brawlhalla Twitter is always there to remind me that it does 42 damage.
There's definitely a bot out there that just tweets out 42 damage every time a Bryn hits Spear down Sig. Monexo looking good. Put Fiend off stage, does disarm him, missing the down heavy, and the tatami mat does punish, but both of them getting into the red. Fiend again missing the side air, but the neutral sig, and Fiend closes out game number 1.
That was some really good spacing and dodge timing coming out from Monexo towards the end. You saw how close the end of that game was, and after that massive lead, first the orange KO and then the like yellow to orange KO that Fiend took early on, Monexo was still able to bring it back.
Yeah, that was swinging both directions. Like, there was a very real possibility towards the end of there that Monexo could have won that one. Loving to see what he's doing with the bow here, and of course no character swaps as we go into game number 2. Same map, Demon Island.
3, 2, 1. The walls were somewhat of a non-issue. Like, you saw the KO that happened on the right side, the second stock that Monexo lost. I don't really think that was necessarily a wall issue of just Monexo getting caught after in-air movement option after in-air movement option, and Fiend just continuing the pressure up. Ooh, goes for the double D-Light. Dodge comes out from Monexo.
Yeah, I knew that could have been big because he caught Monexo before Monexo touched down to the ground, but a good dodge from Monexo got him back towards the stage. Ground pound, a little bit risky there, but Monexo doesn't go for a turnaround, instead just opted to go for the safe move, dodge through, and back off.
Dashing coming out from Monexo. You see, he's throwing out so many attacks. He'll throw out more attacks than Fiend does because he's playing Koji. That high dex makes him tough to punish.
Yeah, lots of safety on those moves with that high dex. Big side air, though, puts Monexo off stage and disarms. Pogo eating the recovery and still denying the wall touch. Almost got it there, though. Had he hit that neutral air, could have chase dodged up, could have gotten the wall touch. A little bit of a risky play there from Fiend.
You know, he was mashing that dodge button too. He was really hoping it was going to come off a cooldown. You're seeing the gravity cancel taunt coming out, indicating there was a connection issue. That has ceased now that another taunt came out from Monexo. Fiend going to honor that. A very South American thing to do.
Yeah, I know you've said it time and time again. Is you take those, Sparky. Fiend not really wanting to take those, but I mean, come on. It's a tournament here. Loser's bracket. Monexo on his final stop.
Now you see him choosing to actively not move, because if there's a teleporting option, you definitely may not be where you think you are on the stage. I think that might be what happened towards that part of the game where he fell. You see him just jumping straight up in the air.
Real
Still not a ball. You're seeing a little bit of left and right movement. I think he's making sure he is on the map where he thinks he's. Fiend, homie stalking. What are you doing?
You're so nice, Fiend.
You're crazy.
It's tournament.
What? Don't lose the set. If you lose a set after the homie stock, I'm not saying I'm gonna tweet a clown emoji on Twitter, but
wow,
I'll be thinking it.
What an honor play from Fiend. You know, say what you will, but that is the highest honor, is to homie stock twice, to go down to final stocks here in game number 1. The game 1, it's the one that sets the momentum. It gives you map advantage in game 5, but wow.
Monexo staying at range from Fiend, avoiding a lot of these weapon tosses that come out, avoiding a lot of Fiend's moves as well. Hasn't found too many punishes. Gets a nice one there. It's the side air bouncing Fiend off the stage. Finds the neutral light as well. You heard the signature coming out from Fiend. Doesn't quite reach with a down light. GC down heavy. They are dead even now after the homie stocks from Fiend. Fiend has an axe in his hands. Monexo avoids the ground pound. Goes for the dare to punish. That's why you don't homie stock.
Yo, you know, you could have given 1 and you would have been just as honorable. 2 was going above and beyond. Monexo gonna take game number 1, but Fiend going out in a way on his own terms, as he homie stocked twice. And we're gonna go into game number 2.
Demon Island banned out this time by Fiend, leaving Crystal Temple, Small Mammoth, and Apocalypse. We're going to Small Mammoth. Still a pretty long stage, has the long side walls.
This is game 3. He won game 1. My bad.
Did I? Yeah, okay.
I misspoke. That was on me.
It happens so often when it comes out of my mouth and I don't even recognize it, so I'm just used to you correcting me.
No, you're good. This time, I was the one who was wrong. We're going into game 3, Monexo versus Fiend, and Monexo not having any issues starting this one off with the sword plays. Ooh, dodged into it.
Just hits a raw neutral signature from the middle of the stage. Starting off strong, has a little bit of a damage lead here, but that punish is going to delete that damage lead, put them equal now. That's 2 sidelight Sayers that Fiend has found. A little bit tough to find that consistently. Oh, and just a raw neutral signature, this time from Fiend. Getting the KO, caught Monexo jumping.
Yeah, not quite enough to finish off the stock, though. Monexo might have that turnaround, missing the pogo onto Monexo. Charging it up, punish. It's just going to be the side air from Fiend. Dodges to avoid the side signature. Both of them looking for the knockout.
Neutral air sending him off screen. Has the axe, GCD light all the way over on the right side, all the way high in the air. That's going to be the KO option.
Yeah, great recognition of how far that neutral air, the unarmed neutral air, launched Monexo, so knew that a high GC downlight would have been the knockout.
Gives him a lot of zone coverage, more than like a side air would if he was trying to hit Monexo where he was there. Big damage coming out of that down signature. But also, like, if he hit a nair there, that wouldn't have had enough juice on it to get the KO. So the GCD light, definitely the right option. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yep. Gets the double for free after the GC down signature from Monexo. Just barely touches the wall.
Yeah. He burns his dodge on the gravity cancel down signature, so Fiend knows that that double down light is free. Massive lead here for Fiend in game number 3. Almost getting the side air to finish off the stock, but Monexo finds the recovery, and that will get this sort of even, but he is deep red.
Weapon spawn immediately comes to Fiend. It's the spear in hand, goes for the D-Sig, finds the KO, even from the wrong side of the stage, has his choice of weapons, and he's opting for the Axer. You see him practicing up those down airs, and you see that's the first thing he hits as Monexo spawns back in, and the second thing he hits, finding 4-5 hits now onto Monexo's final stock. 6 hits. Monexo can't even land. You just see him drifting left and right. What is going on? That was an interesting choice coming out from Monexo. I wonder if the lag is coming into play here. You see him recovering back to the main stage. He's going to have to play near perfect. The ground pound coming out, misses, hits the sidelight. Raw neutral signature from the middle of the stage again.
That was a great read. Saw that Fiend was going to go for the downlight throughout the neutral sig, able to punish it. Also would have hit grounded, so just a really good option from Monexo, but he is behind in the red. Last stock here in game number 3, and he's waiting to go pick up the weapon.
Charging that one up. Fiend just completely disappears from the area. You saw him try and get that read with the neutral signature and go for the big play. And Fiend was just standing there looking at him saying, what are you doing? Hit the easy punish.
Really well done from Fiend. Again, he got caught by the side light side sig once.
Yep.
That was game number 1. After that, he's changed up what he did out of the side light. Lots of dodging up, lots of jumping. That time he went back, and he just kind of waited. Monexo was expecting, like, okay, I missed the side sig, but maybe he'll go for a dodge in above me. Maybe he'll jump in on me. So I throw out the neutral signature, and Fiend, like you said, just kind of stood there. I was like, come on. You think I'm not going to take this one? And wins game number 3, going up 2-1. One more game for Fiend to earn his spot in the losers final.
That's now several times that Fiend has punished that charge neutral signature read. The side sig has come out several times. Once got punished. You saw there towards the end that Fiend was so far away, there was virtually no way he was going to punish that side signature. But Monexo getting a little ballsy there, going for the neutral signature yet again and getting punished yet again for it. So maybe we'll see him slow that down just a little bit.
But here we go. Game number 4. Still no character swaps coming out from Monexo.
They both like to not really throw out too many attacks when they're going for the first weapon. Like, neither one really makes the first move. They're both right on top of each other and probably just mashing that button, trying to grab it.
Yeah, that is interesting. You'll see a lot of people like go in, just try to like dash jump side air or like a jumping nair usually. But really interesting to see both of them just kind of jump straight at the weapon and not even worry about the other person going for an immediate attack. Double side air, and Monexo is gone.
Fiend was more than happy to just stay out there, wait for Monexo to come back. Fiend had some in-air movement options that he could burn while waiting. Knew Monexo had to go, knew he was deep in the orange. Man, that DC was actually pretty close to hit. I thought it might have hit.
Yo, Fiend was just floating there based off of pogos and side airs. Like, he wasn't even using jump options. He was literally just floating there, bouncing off of Monexo's head. But Monexo does find the tatami mat. Still not enough to get this stock.
Recovery off the top is going to get the KO. Monexo is going to have weapon control here. But if there's any player in Brawlhalla that, like, weapon starving is the least effective of a battle strategy against, it's going to be Fiend. He is someone who can find ways in on virtually any weapon, any player. Nice spot dodge there. Going back to Monexo that we saw previously, who had great spacing, great spot dodging on 2 different major signatures that would have led to the KO there for Fiend. So Monexo definitely keeping himself in this second stock. We could see the damage added up, but the neutral signature comes in from Fiend's axe, takes out 45-degree top right corner of the stage.
Yeah, it can only avoid so many signatures. Is doing a good job of avoiding the follow-ups off of Fiend's neutral air. You're seeing Fiend do a lot of mix-ups, like he was going for side lights after it, GC side light. That time he went for a GC down light, but Monexo doing a good job avoiding all that, but still, he is behind.
Oh, look how far that sent him. Oh my gosh. Easy side light. Oh, he goes for the GC down heavy to get all of the active frames. Finds the D-Sig. That's got to be surprised that didn't forcefully send to the blast zone. Weapon toss goes up. He was expecting a little bit more downward force on that one. D-Light, gravity cancel, neutral heavy, and Fiend is going to clean that one up. No problem for him. 3-1 as he moves through Monexo. But man, PR20 making it this deep in bracket, fantastic from Monexo.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give credit to Monexo coming in here, upsetting a lot of brackets, taking out some big names in the South American region. This is really nice for Monexo. Fiend, though, looking real clean, winning it out 3-1 at the end of that one. But Fiend, he's got to make the tough run. He's got to go into Lopez, the person who knocked him into the losers bracket, and then if he manages to beat Lopez in this losers bracket, he has to go up into Wes, his longtime rival in the South American region, beat him once, and then reset to get another best of 5. Like, Fiend does not get any breaks from here on out.
Now, he is going in with a different strategy this time. You might think it's the Queen Nai that we saw him swap to and play very well earlier, but it's another Qatar character. Going to be coming in with the Ragnir, only level 22 on the Ragnir. Doesn't even have the option for the black color scheme, even if he wanted to. So he's going to trust his axe against Lopez's axe, and then grab those Qatars that everyone and their mother loves to see Fiend play.
It's really interesting. Like, it almost feels like he watched the winners final and was like, hey, that worked for Wes. I can try that. We'll skip that first game where Lopez wins with his Azoth, and I'll just skip to the swap to Ragnar.
And see, now you see him going with something completely different early on, rather than just kind of float around his opponent like he did with Monexo in the beginning. Oh my god! Oh my gosh!
They both get back.
It's so hard to take someone out that early because they also have to burn their options. You're going in so hard, they still will get jumps off of those hits. If you don't interrupt a recovery for anything, it's so hard to get the KO in that stock. Fiend still wants it though, even burning the dodge to get the GC sideline just a little bit too high. Neutral sig comes out. Lopez was too high and too right for that to hit. Weapon toss goes, hoping to clean it up. GC down signature, and that's going to be the first stock going the way of Fiend.
Fiend gonna get that one, but still took a lot of damage there. That was a nice burst out to start game one. Okay, getting some more damage built up onto the second stock of Lopez. Lopez doesn't even get the weapon pickup, finally grabs it, and he's got Fiend stuck on this corner.
Another neutral light. Big damage back to back. But maybe out 30 plus onto Lopez, has him in the orange, and then hit a neutral signature, hoping for the top or the backside of that to hit. It's another down air. Both of them are red.
Again?
You can see that when they get hit, but Fiend is up a full stock. That sig is going to take him out. Lopez is going to have his choice, and he's going to stick with the axe. I thought he might juggle there for a second, maybe opt for the bow, but no, he's going for the axe. D-Light Gravity Cancel neutral heavy from Fiend. He's going to take that stock the way he ended one of the previous games, and now he's up a full stock on Lopez.
Yeah, Fiend looking good. Gets the downlight onto Lopez. Great stock extension on that first stock of Fiend. Like, he was deep red when Lopez started his second stock, and now they're both meeting each other in white, but Fiend has that extra stock over Lopez.
Now Lopez is with a bow. Not sure. Yeah, he was hoping for the weapon spawn to come in. Didn't know if he would go right for it, but we did see him immediately position himself to grab it. Nice use of that signature there, and then the neutral light to cover up if Fiend put the pressure on him and tried to punish the signature.
Yeah, he was really expecting Fiend to make the approach, but great spacing from Fiend. Goes for the third. All right, it was greedy, but you know what? It still works out. Fiend gonna take game number one off the back of 2 N6s from the Qatars.
Bro, just play Ragnar against Lopez. Just straight up, he doesn't know how to play against Ragnar.
Those N6s, man. He was hitting multiple Axe N6s, multiple Qatar N6s, like getting those anti-airs onto Lopez.
Now he's opting for the Barbara pick. Seen a lot of Brent today. A little bit slow on the stage banning, figuring out exactly what he wants to leave open. Demon Island, Miami Dome, and Small Enigma. We have 2 Axe players here, so we could see ourselves go into Small Enigma, one of the tri-platform maps, but no, we're going to actually a 0 soft platform map, and we're going to the Demon Island.
Yeah, it seems like Fiend kind of likes Demon Island, so I feel like if you're going to leave that on the field with some tri-platform maps, Fiend will likely lean into the Demon Island. And that's what we're seeing here as we get into game number 2. Fiend versus Lopez. Fiend sticking with the Ragnar.
All right, I'm going to blow your mind here. You just said that Fiend likes Demon Island. Okay, so remember that.
Okay.
A Fiend is an evil spirit or, ding, 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 a demon. This is Fiend's home team advantage. He feels very comfortable here because the Fiend lives here.
Yo, how high is your IQ?
It's
5,000, 10,000?
Real big. Certified Mensa level.
That's some 4-head, 5-head stuff right there. But Fiend getting the better taken out of him from Lopez. Lopez doing a really good job getting these pokes on him. The Pogo might be looking for a signature soon to get this first stock off of Fiend, but it's just going to be a Pogo to beat out the recovery.
All right, that whole little world and narrative that I just built for you right there. I even had more to expand on, and I'm just not even going to say it because it's just really not relevant because Fiend is losing here. Lopez kind of destroying him so far. This is the option back.
Nice weapon toss.
Okay, here we go. So what's that thing called in the background in the middle, like the red thing? What's the word for that? I'm a dumb white American, so I don't know.
Oh, sorry. I was like, are you talking about like the demon in the background?
No, like the little like gate thing.
Oh, I forgot what that's called.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. We'll just we'll call it a gate. Chat can tell us whatever. Fiend assigned to Kurenai Gaming. They have that emoji in their logo.
Yeah.
This is Fiend's home.
Called the Tori. Torii. A little bit of knowledge there. Fiend Still in the red though. Lopez doing a really good job getting the damage. There's the Ensig. Despite the fact that Fiend keeps looking like he's coming back in, it's still Lopez in the lead here on Demon Island. You keep repping and stocking up this map, but it's Lopez who's winning.
And you see, like, Fiend spawned and immediately just ran at Lopez unarmed and then got hit like 4 times. So this is just really not looking good. Lopez's axe is very scary on this map against all of the approach options that Fiend has. Gets the weapon toss, finds the down air, finds the neutral signature as well. This game could be wrapping up here very quickly. Fiend in the red finds the axe side signature, a very powerful side signature. That was like one of the main kill moves back on Ragnar's early release and in that World Championship. We'll see if he can find a perfect stock here.
Yeah, don't count him out yet. He did a really good job in the last one of getting a perfect stock onto Lopez. Those nairs, those side lights, they're not going to be knockout tools. Neutral light, but the weapon toss! Catching Fiend on the wake-up recovery, and Fiend going to get taken out, tying it up 1-1.
Don't go to the Demon Island. It is not your home. It's not your home, Bandit, please.
That home's been gentrified to Barbara.
Yeah, maybe it used to be your home, and then you sold it, and then Lopez moved in and changed everything.
Fiend's going to be picking up a Brynn of his own, but of course not the crossover Brynn. It's going to be just the standard Brynn versus Lopez on the Barbara. Going to game number 3. Different stat lines.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Defense stance coming out from Fiend, deck stance coming out from Lopez.
Very interesting preferences there from both players. All right, Lopez going to get the first 2 hits there. Gets a third one. Dodge through from Fiend. Can't catch the dodge of Lopez, so it's just going to be a sidelight in response so far.
Lopez definitely swinging a lot more than Fiend does here. Neutral Sig is going to come through, find the hit onto Lopez. Fiend finding his way back into this. He is in the orange. Basically a full color change behind. Now trading dares, both of them in the orange. Fiend towards the end of that getting closer to red. Both of them kind of have the same ideas in mind. You're seeing them like dare after one another, neutral light after one another.
Ooh, the down sig's going to launch and get the knockout for Lopez to take the first stock and the lead here in game number 3. It's interesting, kind of like you were saying, they had similar ideas of what they were looking for with their axes in hand, but Lopez was just getting it more frequently, getting those neutral wins, the dodge up to avoid the Ensig. Fiend might be wishing he switched to the Queen Nai right now. Ooh,
goes for the double, and then the side air over a recovery. That was definitely a split-second decision that he really had to consider whether he wanted the side air to kill off the side or the recovery to kill off the middle.
That seemed like a muscle memory thing there. Like after he got the second downlight, he was like, I just go for the side air there.
Yeah.
I feel like if he was going to go for the GC downlight, he should have just gone for the raw Ensig. Like the frame data is not that different.
Weapon toss goes down. Lopez doesn't get hit by it. Fiend chasing him into the sky, but didn't have too much. Wanted to maybe wait to see what Lopez was going to do. They were so close to one another.
Dodge, but
they're doing the same thing.
But
they're straight up playing Spear the exact same way. One will nair, the other nairs. Oh, that should.
Chasing, nope. Needs the ground pound, doesn't get the hit. Lopez with the turnaround, and Fiend going real low, and he can't get the wall touch, the pogo, and Lopez is gonna get the second stock. This is what I was saying though, is that Lopez is still getting the better of Fiend. Like they're both getting these like side lights and trying to get that downlight follow-up, but Lopez is doing a better job of reading the way that Fiend's reacting out of these setup tools.
And Lopez is usually the one to hit, right? Yeah. Like Fiend will nair, and then Lopez will nair, and Lopez's will hit. Fiend will sidelight, and then Lopez will sidelight, and his is going to be the one that hits.
Getting those neutral wins a little bit more frequently as well. Fiend, he's being so patient off his dares in comparison to the Ragnar, right? Like he's doing a dare and then just standing there. Whereas the Ragnar, he would do like dare Ensig, dare Ensig.
Weapon toss goes out. It's a slow one though. Lopez floats above it, sidelighting. Oh, they're both hunting for the KO option here. The sidelight's building up the damage onto Lopez, the neutral air. You see Fiend chasing, but then he doesn't do anything. He backs down to the main platform, almost hit the dare. D-Light into the recovery, unarmed, has the axe, neutral sig comes out, Fiend punish, it goes for the read with the neutral signature, hit the sidelight, immediately goes for the recovery. Oh man.
Oh, and the weapon toss from Lopez. Gonna close out game number 3. Fiend, he had it in his hands, the fingertips, but he went for setup tools, and he wasn't pulling the trigger on those. Like, he was getting so many sidelights, and then he'll dash forward, like you were saying, and then not doing anything. I'm just like, Fiend, just go for all read, because if it works, it's great.
It was so close towards the end. The damage that they both put out was 586 to 571. Oh my gosh, that game was so close between these two Brins. Neither one has chosen a character yet. Lopez is the first one to, and now we're seeing the Queen Nai swap.
It's going to be the wall of Queen Nai. Lopez has to be very careful about the way he plays this, right? Fiend's going to be doing a lot of those down sigs if Lopez plays low to the ground, but if Lopez starts reacting by going vertical, that's perfect downlight into N-Sig territory, and we've seen Fiend just build a wall of Queen Nai snakes before.
Now we have some critical decision points that Fiend will not have to make, right? He won't have to decide, okay, do I go for the D-Light side air? Do I go for the double D-Light recovery or anything like that? He's just going to hit that D-Light in sig, and basically no matter where Lopez is, because we're on small Brawlhaven, if he's in orange, there's a good chance there's going to be a knockout.
Well, Lopez is doing a good job of keeping Fiend in the air. A lot harder to do those signatures if you're in the air, but there you're seeing those down sigs come out. Hitting a side air. Gonna try to cover this corner. Expect the down sig. Waiting for it. Oh, he's just gonna back off. No sigs come out from Fiend, and Lopez gets up. Fiend throws away the spear.
Oh man, this is starting to get much more even. That could be, and it is a KO. Fiend let Lopez back up, and Lopez immediately came on the stage, started putting out axe damage, and found the KO with the D-Sig, and is continuing the pressure, stripping the field, has more moves coming out from this spear, and continues this.
Wow.
Fiend is almost orange.
Fiend is just getting chopped up by Lopez, but the downlight N-Sig will be the triage, will slow things down, and he wants to play the Katars out against Lopez. Interesting.
Oh, down air into the neutral signature, sending off the screen, not quite KOing. That wasn't Queen Nai. Fiend might have found himself losing a stock there. That one is for certain going to KO. Lopez with a full stock lead here in Game 4 when he's up 2-1 in the set.
Tournament stock here for Fiend. Playing unarmed against Lopez. Lopez gets the two-piece. Fiend still just finding neutralites.
Lopez just isn't letting Fiend do what he did with this Queen Nai against his other opponents, man. Lopez is controlling everything here. The complete flow is under Lopez's control. Flow of weapons, flow of damage, flow of positioning. Fiend's starting to fight back, keeping Lopez weapon starved. This is his way back into this. Goes for the raw neutral signature after the sidelight. Doesn't find it. More neutral signatures. Lopez isn't in the area, though, so those aren't hitting. How did he get through that?
Iframes, downlight, and heavy. Lopez is one hit away from taking Fiend out and locking him into that bronze medal. Downlight and heavy from Fiend. And he's going to stick with the Katars again.
Staying over on the right side of the stage, somehow finds the way to that weapon to grab the spear, throwing out more neutralites. Some of those safer moves, D-Light into the neutral sig. Going over to the Katars. I think he had the option to pick up the spear there before Lopez put any pressure on him. Lopez has a weapon now. Fiend has to be so careful.
Oh! There it is! Fiend tried to punish the downlight, missed the N-Sig, and Lopez with just a gentle side air for the stock is gonna close it out 3-1 over Fiend.
That punish right there must have felt so good for Lopez once he realized he wasn't going to get hit by that neutral signature. That is going to lock the Queen Nai there for a considerable amount of time, and Lopez was in the exact right place at the exact right time.
Lopez gonna win 3-1, earn his spot in the grand finals, and he's already locked in, ready to go against Wes, as he has the Sir Roland against West going immediately into the Macho Man.
He is going to answer Wes's lance with a lance of his own, coming in level 38 on this Roland compared to the level 62 on Wes's Macho Man. Opting for Lance v Lance here in the grand finals of South America's Brawlhalla 1v1 Winter Championship.
Definitely a bold play to go up against arguably the best lance in South America with your own lance. We'll see how well that plays out, as we do see Lopez coming in with the Sir Roland. He's going to be going into the movement speed stance. So he's got 5 movement speed going in with the 7 defense on the Sir Roland. And of course, it is worth pointing out, since Wes is so close to this victory, that if Wesley is able to get this gold medal, then he will have won a gold medal in every single seasonal event.
That would be huge, man. We don't have many calendar champions in Brawlhalla.
Yeah, you gotta fill out the calendar card. I think STDP Wilson was one of the first people to get. Wait, right?
I can't remember if he was very close to getting it.
He
or
got
if
the
he
3 before
Autumn
Autumn existed. I remember
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But he was
I
close,
don't want to
man.
take anything away from Wilson, but I don't think he's got it. Can't remember. It's been so long since we've seen Wilson, and I just saw Queen Nai. Where is Wilson's Queen Nai? I want to see it again.
Well, right now we are going to be seeing another 2 tanky characters, as we've got the Sir Roland and the Macho Man. 11 people have completed their calendar year, and Wesley looking to become number 12. If we can get this gold medal over Lopez, and here we go. Demon Island, Wes versus Lopez.
Now, we talked about the Lance v Lance, but neither character is going to grab a Lance as their first weapon. It's going to be Wes's axe versus Lopez's sword. Now, we saw Lopez earlier get completely destroyed by Wes once he made that swap to Macho Man. Oh my goodness!
Still needs a little bit. Yeah, ground pound. Wes did get the touch, but another ground pound, and Lopez is looking fantastic on the Roland. Going to be sticking with the sword. It's the Roland sword that he wanted.
You saw the 2 moves that Wes was throwing out to try to interrupt the ground pound. He didn't time the first one correctly, and Lopez found priority, and he also didn't get the second one, and Lopez found priority yet again. So Wes's timing was off there. Yo, Wes hits those
missed.
way more than I've seen like any other Lance player hit those. It makes me think that I can do that.
Gives you hope. All the Lance players out there, go for that Lance ground pound. Downlight down air, looking for that reset, getting that extra damage. Wes still getting damaged up by the down sig. Ooh, both missing. Stacked options just off the mark.
Is he gonna? Yeah, he went for the D-Sig again. Trying to stuff that ground approach from Wes. Of course, it also reaches a little bit into the air, and Wes is going to fall yet again. Lopez making a very bold statement here in Game 1 of Grand Finals.
Lopez looking to get that reset here. Knows that he's got to win 2 best-of-5s in order to take the Winter Championship. But Wes going to stop the 3-stock to start this one. He's got the Lance in hand now. This is his weapon of choice on this Macho Man.
You know he wants to carry Lopez off the stage in orange, reacting really to where Lopez is with those side airs. Do you like dare? Lopez backs up, goes for the reset again.
All right, punish, just going to be a ground pound. That is the first bit of damage Wes has been able to do for quite some time now. 2 nairs, but Lopez with just raw ground pounds onto Wes's head. Another ground pound.
Oh, yo, that could have
been
huge. Lopez is immediately ready to deal with that. Any sort of pressure that Wes had going, out came the weapon toss up to give him some room, give him some safety, and then immediately answering with the unarmed recovery to find a hit. Dash down heavy to get the KO. Lopez, our bald king here in Game 1.
And you got to give so much credit to Wes playing that, like that. The way that he did the recovery there is somebody who knows how to Lance recovery, right? Just does the quick burst on the Lance recovery, goes for a nair in case they try to punish with a ground pound, tries to quickly get the wall touch, but Lopez is like, all right, I'm just going to chill. I'm going to wait. Once you go for the wall touch, boom, goes out with the down heavy to take game number 1, and Wes going to get kicked off his main. He's going to go put on the training weights again with the Koji.
Yeah, he's dipping hard from that Macho Man. Now, you think of some of Lopez's grounded options, right? That sword down signature from Roland. Wes is going to have a better time punishing that if he has a bow in his hands, because you can downlight from far away.
Yeah.
You can outrange the down signature from rolling. That gives him a lot of better options to kind of stuff and outrange those long-range options that Lopez has.
And I think one thing that is also going to play into it is Wes is going to play a lot more of a grounded game. The axe and nair, like you were seeing a lot of axe dare approaches, a lot of like low to the ground nairs from Wes on the Macho Man. But now that he's going to have sword and bow, those are a little bit more grounded for their approach tools.
And the 45-degree angles are really going to help Wes here against Lopez, who's more of a lateral player, right? He does have the down air to approach at the 45, has sort of the neutral air to guard around him, but you saw a lot of sword last game. Doesn't really have the 45-degree angle option with the sword that has a lot of range to deal with, like a bow dare or a bow recovery.
Does a good spot dodge. Sussing out how Lopez was going to try to go for that turnaround side light. Still, this is kind of a stat matchup where, oh, all right, neutral signature is actually going to get it. I was going to say Lopez having that high defense means Wes is going to have to work a little bit harder with his weapons to get that damage built up, but he manages to find it.
Nice backup there. Oh, yeah. And gets the recovery afterward. Still not moving over to the weapon, kind of just gives Lopez the room to move over and grab that weapon once Lopez got through him. Not really worried about focusing on fighting at the weapon advantage over Wes.
I mean, he is winning out in the neutral, able to throw out quite a few attacks, charges it, and Lopez is like, wait, I don't know what to do here. Eats the tatami mat.
I thought that wasn't going to hit for a second, and then it clicked in my brain, oh yeah, that's bow down signature from Koji. Of course it hits. It always hits.
Lopez was watching his opponent play Brawlhalla, but he does hit the horse, gets the neutral signature to take out Wes's first stock.
The vintage Roland KO move, ending with that horse. I haven't seen that KO in, oh man, a very, very long time.
Ooh. He's getting hits. Wes threatening the ground pound there. You saw the way he jumped off the stage. But like you were saying, yeah, that neutral sig, you don't see it too much anymore. I usually see like Lance down sig as the option because it's got that further reach.
And also it's way quicker. It doesn't leave you just hanging out there with your cheeks flapping in the wind.
Just riding your horse. Downlight down air, goes for the reset, wants the GC downlight for the extra damage, just in case he couldn't get the knockout, but Wes able to get back safely. Oh, there's the down sig. Almost got it.
Good call out from Wes getting the spot dodge on it. Also gets through that recovery.
Oh, both of them in the red. Side air almost gets it. Wes knows that he didn't have the movement. He was trying to land down before that side air connected, and that's going to be the second stock going the way of Lopez. Wes just needs a recovery.
Oh, this is not good for Wes. He's able to get away from it. Out comes the recovery. That still hits. Rides the wall up, sticks that lance out over the corner. GC down signature. Gets the KO there. Even on stocks, but Wes definitely behind in terms of damage. Keeping a weapon away from Lopez would be a good option, but here comes the lance yet again. Finds the sidelight, goes for the D-light immediately afterward. Doesn't look for any reset or anything.
And there is a quick game one going the way, or sorry, quick game two going the way of Lopez. Off the swap from West to the Koji, the down sig from the lance, and Lopez is poised to reset it.
Are we going to see the easy 3-0 reset from Lopez? Nice slow-mo on that D-Sig as it came through, found the KO, and you're seeing on the screen a character swap over to the Bryn. Strength stance coming out, taking one out of the dexterity, putting it down to 4. So he's got a little bit more juice on every hit.
Yeah, that juice is going to be nice, of course, going up against the tanky legend that is Sir Roland. Going to be bringing out the axe and the spear here for game number 3. And Wes, again, coming in from the winner's side, does have that winner's advantage of having to be reset. Man, Lopez doing a really good job here.
If Lopez wins the tournament, I'm going to be really mad that Dobrain's prediction for the winner was right. Because he doesn't ever do predictions, and like the first time he gets the winner right, I'm going to be a little bit heated. So Wes is going to have to turn it up here with this Brent pick, or this Roland is going to take him to church.
Nice little neutral light. Does put Lopez off stage. Again, neutral lights to put him off stage. Can't quite get that follow-up, and Wes is really chasing hard to try to get this stock since he has that advantage. All right, big side air. West gets the first stock.
Oh, wait, never mind. He put Fiend coming in first. Lopez in second. We
Right,
know
well.
where Lopez was. Ooh, there's a down air in orange. Lopez, you see him getting ready for it. Doesn't put too much pressure with any like active moves, going down with the ground pound, going down with the down air. Just put himself in the position to be ready to react to what Wes was doing to get the easy KO there, easy cleanup off of the movement from Wes.
Yeah, the plays have just been clean coming out from both of these players. Little neutral light. Lopez with the side light down air again. Trying to get that follow-up neutral light. Wants that 3-piece. Ooh, oh. So tricky. Side light into side light. Like, that's so weird when he has side light down there, side light there.
I feel like you just didn't expect one or both of those to hit, so you didn't see an immediate follow-up. Still hitting these side airs. Weapon toss goes through. That's the dodge.
Okay.
D-Light ground pound coming out from Lopez. Nice spot dodge as well. Gets hit. Doesn't grab the weapon immediately, so Wes is going to have weapon advantage. That down air almost hit. Really quick reaction from Wes to see that the down air didn't send down and actually bounced off the stage, so he could find the side air. Neutral light has a weapon in his hand. That's a KO. Doesn't even have to throw that spear. Now he can toss it up, choose which weapon he wants, juggling them just to delay a spawn for Lopez. Has the axe in hand. Where's the next spawn coming in? Right on top of Lopez. Getting very lucky there. D-Light Dare and the Nair.
I'm surprised he's not going for the recovery. Like, D-Light Dare has been Lopez's bread and butter on the sword. That's totally fine. But he still gets the stock with the ground pound. Just a little bit of, like, unoptimization to not go for that KO tool, that true follow-up off the Dare bounce.
Wes finding a weapon here has to slow down this momentum that that Lopez has. Already up 2 games. Staring down the barrel of a reset. They are even in this nice punish there. Doesn't go for the double D-Light like we see Fiend going for. Neutral air comes out. Oh, finding good damage. Has Lopez very orange.
Neutral
that's it.
Sig, and game 3 goes the way of Wes. Lopez now having to make some adjustment. Of course, Lopez still needs one more game to get that reset. Meanwhile, Wes, if he wins the next 2, that's a 3-2 and a handshake. That's a gold medal around the neck.
And that is a good way to chip away at that momentum that Lopez has. Not only getting the KO and taking that game, fighting back into this, denying the reset at least for now, but he also had so much momentum himself on that final stock, completely deleting it in no time at all.
He's doing a really good job of getting those quick follow-ups off of his spear. Some unorthodox ones. Like you'll sometimes see like the Dare Sair bounce, right? Or sometimes you'll see like, I think it was a side light chase dodge Nair, but really good job from Wes to bring in all these different tools from the spear kit.
And we're going to Miami Dome here with those kind of medium height soft platforms. Both of them immediately jump to it. Wes is a little bit quicker to the middle of the stage, though. He's going to throw out the unarmed neutral air for all those active frames to keep Lopez away. Doesn't take long for Lopez to grab a weapon. Axe damage is coming out. Lopez is finding some good damage. Somehow gets through that ground pound that we've seen Lopez hit so many times. Axe Sair hit Lopez in orange. We're seeing some movement coming out from Lopez. Again, the weapon toss to immediate recovery seems to be a major option for Lopez when he's on the edge.
Yeah, that's a really common option from Lance players is like, you know what, this is too risky. I don't want to put myself on those obvious tracks with a Sair or a recovery. So I'm just going to go for the up toss, just kind of put them in hit stun so I can get past them. And that's what happened there. But still, Wes getting the better of the damage with this axe on the brim.
D-Light recovery from Lopez. Doesn't go for a D-Light Dare here. We've seen him go for that option several times. Ooh, nice D-Sig. That was the closest one of those swords to Lopez that actually hit. That halted the punishment option that was coming in from Wes.
Yeah, that's something we've been seeing out of Lopez is like if you start dash dancing on him, he'll just do a dash in down sig and try to cover that entire path. Usually, his opponents have been able to dash back and avoid it, but Lopez currently a stock up over Wes.
Axe coming in. There comes the side air, still not disarmed, has the sword in hand. Wes even goes for the down air and the recovery. Nice side air, still gonna bounce off the stage, take away some of the momentum, keep that from being a guaranteed KO. There's the down air, weapon toss, charged up, goes at the 45-degree angle. In comes the axe, there's the side air. Despite that taking kind of a significant amount of time. No damage was dealt by Lopez, so they are dead even, and Wes is going to start this at the weapon advantage.
Has the weapon in hand. Nice follow-up. Ooh, big side sig. Goes for a ground pound. He's going crazy in the offstage. You got the damage.
Lopez starting to control things here, putting out some good damage with these sword neutralites. Almost evened it up between these two. The D-Light putting out some more damage. Dodges through the recovery that came out from Wes. You see him moving away from Lopez, deciding how he wants to initiate. Side air into the weapon toss, swap over to the spear. Neutral sig comes out. Lopez doesn't find the immediate punish. Neutral light comes after. Running away, goes for the sideline, but Lopez still finds a connection there to interrupt it. Wes, D-Light ground pound for the KO. This is a good lead, Duke.
Very clean from Wes. Goes for that weapon toss, and you saw how far away Lopez had to drift to avoid it. And then that gave Wes plenty of time to just fall down there, wait for the GC downlight into the ground pound. Clean edge guard from Wes.
Good job getting around that. He does have to worry about the ground pound, though. I was clinching, expecting a ground pound from Lopez to come out the entire time. There's the D-Light dare recovery that you wanted.
Gotta go for that extra follow-up. Like, he's doing a good job. D-Light dares. That's the optimal damage if you can get the bounce into the follow-up. But here comes the Lance plays onto Wes. Had him in the offstage, able to rocket his way back onto the stage.
It was a little bit of a dangerous situation, but you see Wes still has a massive lead, gets the KO. Like an umbilical cord, the momentum has been cut.
What?
That was kind of gross. I don't boys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was weird. that was weird.
Took me out. We're just gonna cut that one from the memory banks.
Cut that one from the memory banks like an umbilical cord. Just cut it.
No, don't make it again. Game 5. Wes, one game away from locking it down. Lopez was up 2-0 on the Sir Roland, and now he's like, all right, I guess, you know what? It's a Bryn v. Bryn world out there, and we are in Game 5. Lopez needs to win this. He has to get this one to get the reset.
Now remember, the Bryn v. Bryn only really went well for Lopez earlier when he played it against Fiend. So Wes has to have that in the back of his mind going into this mirror match, but we're back on Miami Dome.
Those pogos are adding up damage, though. Gets the down sig, not the full damage on that one, but still nice active frames on it. Throwing out a lot of signatures here, trying to get this knockout onto Wes. Punish. Clean side air. Doesn't get the weapon toss.
I don't know how that didn't hit him.
Oh, that was risky. That was such a risky unarmed side air. There was a weapon on the field, but he gets the spear side air. Lopez, potential here to get the reset.
Ooh, a lot of damage being added up here. Even grabbing the neutral air off of the side air. Lopez finding a beautiful 3 hits there, putting some damage out. Wes still unarmed, finally grabs a spear. You see him running around the stage, goes for a GC sidelight. He didn't see the ground pound coming quite when he needed to be able to punish that one. Might find the stock here going his way, hits the down air. I believe there was a touch, and there was. And Lopez still gets back. This is bad for Wes.
Wes thought he was done for. Saw how low he was going. He dipped onto the stage to avoid the spear toss. And now Lopez finally gets taken out, but he's gotten Wes into the red.
And this is back to the saucy Lopez that we saw earlier. With those double D-Light into the ground pounds, back-to-back perfect reset on him, Lopez has got to be feeling good here. Axe coming out for Wes. Lopez is able to get to the spear. Just comes in immediately with the D-Sig and finds the KO. I think we're looking at a reset here.
Very real possibility of that reset. This stock advantage is huge for Lopez. He's going to wait a bit, think about what his options are to punish that neutralite whiff from Wes, but he still finds it. All right, can't get the follow-up off the down air, but good punish again onto the whiff side sig from Wes. Wes is going to start swinging, hoping he can get this stock off, get these to final stocks here in Game 5.
Oh, you see him dipping down low. He's worried about what Lopez has on the edge. Oh, Lopez still adding up the damage. Has Wes in the red. Not sure if he meant to do the neutral signature that direction, whichever way he wanted to read it. If it would have been on the left, that would have been curtains. D-Light ground pound yet again. this time to finish up the stock, add the game to his collection. 616 damage to 343. The Bryn Mirror is not the way to go.
Maybe not for Wes, but definitely for Lopez, as we have gotten the reset and we are here in Grand Finals, the last set of the weekend, the last best of 5. Lopez winning 3-2 to get the reset. Wes now has to decide. Can't be the Bryn Mirror. Is it the Ragnar? The anti-Lopez character?
He's thinking about it. Still has not locked in yet. Going back to the Macho Man. Doesn't have to play into the Roland this time.
Yeah, it doesn't have to worry about the sword or the signature kit of the Roland, which are two big things that really worked well against Wes on the Macho Man. And here we go. Wes back to the Macho Man against Lopez. Game 1 of the final best of 5 for this weekend for the South American Winter Championship 1v1s. And we're going to Demon Island. No Fiend here for you to make a bunch of random references.
That's probably for the best. Let's all be real on that one. That's probably for the best. How is he going to deal with that down signature? I don't know if he can find priority when he has Lance in his hands against that. I don't know if the side light will outrange, if the side air will outrange, or if the dare will outrange. Going for the big read on the neutral signature.
Nice
Does find a dare.
Nice ground
puts
pound.
Lopez in a rough spot. That weapon toss was in the perfect place for Wes not to get hit by it. He could glide right along that wall and avoid the weapon toss that Lopez was securing his safety with so many times before.
He threaded that needle expertly, hit the ground pound, dodged past that spear toss, and hit the weapon toss. Wes looking big on the reset.
Lopez being very careful with how he chooses to initiate. You saw how long it was before he threw out an attack. Same thing still applying. Does
still has
find
recovery?
the side air there. Yeah, he has that. Oh,
yeah.
Lopez was ready for it. I was hoping that the recovery was going to end in time, that Wes could dodge like split second right after. But no, Lopez nailed it. He was ready.
Yeah, so that's one of those situations where usually like the Lance player will do the recovery early because that is one of those moves that really locks you down. But I guess Wes really wanted to keep that one in the back pocket. Lopez was able to get that ground pound, even up the stock count, but a side air from Wes, and that is going to be the advantage again.
So this is a huge lead for Wes, and that's cool for Wes and Wesley fans out there. If he comes out on top of this game, that's great for Wesley and Wesley fans out there. But then, like, bro, what do you do next game when Lopez just swaps? That's so scary.
Well, technically, Wes isn't locked into the Macho Man. He could swap before Lopez, but he does have to lock in first.
Yeah, and that's one of the major problems, is he has to lock in first here. Whereas before, Lopez had to lock in first, and that gave Wes the counter pick option.
Well, this game isn't over yet. Wes is in the red. Lopez with the down sig will even up the stocks. This one is not in the books yet. He's only in orange.
That is definitely true. Wes and Wesley fans cannot be celebrating too early yet. Do not count your chickens before they hatch. Axe v Axe. We'll see what Wes has. Neutral light. Going for the neutral signature again as the option. Goes for the side light Sair. Can't quite hit it as consistently as we've seen Fiend pick it up earlier.
Yeah, that one's tricky depending on where you hit that side light. Oh!
That was nasty. That was nasty.
That was so good. He used so many weapon tosses to force all these options out of Lopez, and he still managed to beat out an axe recovery. You saw the stars come out. He beat it out with the GC down light, and that is going to be game 1 going the way of Wes, but no character swap from Lopez. He's not going immediately into the roll-in.
And he beat out priority because he was so quick on it. He was fully committed to that D-Light ground pound. It was going to take some time for that axe recovery to come out, start throwing out those hitboxes, and Wes was ready. He was in like a safer spot on that before the rotating hitboxes were going to come out, man. Wes clutching that game out, and it was looking a little hairy at points. Like, Lopez definitely had the option or the ability to bring it back there. Now we're going to Miami Dome, where it didn't go so well for Wes last time we were here.
No, but he's looking pretty good right now. Again, throwing out those neutral signatures. Those chairs have just not been connecting onto Lopez. Second recovery, exhausted recovery. A little bit risky there because it is burning movement.
Oh, no.
Tool's going to go deep. He hit the ground pound. He hit the weapon toss. Lopez going to take the first stock off of Wesley.
And that was great from Lopez to realize that the ground pound wasn't going to hit, and then he didn't just give up. He wasn't like, all right, well, I did my thing. Now I'm just going to go back. Like, no, he threw his weapon, which I can't believe that hit. Like, he nailed that throw.
Yeah, just great aiming on that weapon toss, but going for more there. Goes for that neutral air off the follow-up side air. But a ground pound from West will even up the stock count.
You saw West go in with that after the dodge was burned to get back to the stage from Lopez, so he felt pretty confident in that ground pound that it was going to hit. Now we're relatively even, but Lopez still in the lead. That turned him yellow.
Yeah, gonna go for the punish. You saw him grayed out, like he was running out of movement tools there, but still wanted to go for that turnaround onto Lopez. Still needs to get that damage to bring himself back into this one. Another pogo, weapon toss. No recovery burn just yet. West really keeping that one in the pocket. Doesn't hit the ground pound though.
He's just a little bit too slow on that ground pound, but yeah, you're exactly right. Notice how few recoveries West was doing in the edge. Didn't want to get himself stuck there where he was going to take a move from Lopez. Lopez definitely in the lead now. Oh man, that was so close. He wants to find a ground pound on Lopez as a punish there. He just still has not found it yet.
Homie needs to go to Foot Locker and just get a size up on those shoes because they're so close to landing onto Lopez's head. Deep red, both sides.
Maybe once he wins this tournament, he can use that.
Oh,
is he gonna get stuck? He's stuck. Oh no! I don't know if that was a misinput or what the heck that was, but maybe if he wins this, he can use that payout to go to Balenciaga and grab some of them real chunky shoes.
Maybe just order some Toms. But
who's ordering Toms in 2021, bro? Get out of here.
Hey, I like when
it ain't
the things I buy
anymore,
help other people. All right, West's final stock against Lopez. He's got the lance in hand. Lopez with the spear again. West dodging in, gonna eat those down sigs from Lopez.
This signature lasts so long, man.
Lopez just controlling center stage, waiting for West to make that approach.
Very interesting shift from kind of both players there for those like 10 seconds where they were just kind of playing footsies without actually throwing anything out.
Flash out. West still finally finds his way onto the stage. Now we've got Axe v Axe. Nair connects. A little bit of a damage advantage to West. Ground pound avoided. Ground pound from Lopez. Where's the weapon toss? Doesn't go for it. Second ground pound. No weapon toss still. He went too far, and West is going to get game 2.
West was holding on to that recovery for literally that exact situation. He wanted to hold on to it as long as possible so that if he got above Lopez, that 360 degrees would help cover him, either send back towards the blast zone or send down towards the blast zone. Wes holding on to that recovery, man. That had to take some serious stones, but he did it.
Wes's ability to play these edge guards, his ability to play these offstage so confidently. You're not seeing the panic come out, and it is keeping him alive. Game 2 was almost in Lopez's hands. He was so stinking close. But Wes is now one game away from being crowned the winter champion for South America.
You're seeing the character swap from Lopez, not to the Roland, but over to the Barraza. This is the nasty Barraza that we saw yesterday in 2v2. Blasters on point, Axe on point. This could be very scary. Has those game-changing signatures like the Axe neutral that you can just grab someone on the edge and completely yoink the other direction.
So far, traits have been relatively even. Very slight advantage to Lopez off that side light side air. Still sitting on that corner, but West gets back up safely. Nice weapon toss to set up for a pickup neutral light.
Ooh, gets away from that just by running. Oh, weapon toss goes out. Immediately comes out with the recovery, like you said.
Blaster Cider again puts Wes off stage.
Oh, this is so tense. Not
Still
enough
not
to
enough.
KO off the top. Neutralite, both
advantage.
players are red. Wes at the weapon disadvantage, and I think he's a little bit more red. Neutralite, not enough. Weapon toss goes high. Blasters, is he going to look for a side air? Didn't find the connection. Weapon spawn goes to the left side of the stage. Oh, man.
Oh, he's not
He hits
getting
him towards
hits.
the
He's still
weapon.
getting the weapons. Recovery picks up, and he doesn't drop it. Lopez gets the first stock, but man, is he hurt. He needs this. He needs this game to keep himself alive. Well, obviously, he needs all these games because Wes is up 2-0.
Axon, hey, you see him immediately go up. He's getting away from the weapon toss Neutralite, which is a very popular Axe player option.
What's the downlight? Throws away his axe, though. There's the Blaster's pickup. Missed the side light. Neutralite's not going to be enough. Wes, weapon toss. Yeah, waits for Lopez to lock himself into an action before going for that weapon toss to guarantee it.
Now, by waiting for it, it's exactly what you said. It locked him into an action, but also because there was not a weapon spawn on the stage, if he didn't feel comfortable doing it, he didn't have to, and he would still have a weapon in his hands. If he blew it out of the way early, then he would be worried. He'd be stuck weapon starved yet again, and he's behind now, dodges through that weapon toss. Lopez doesn't immediately go for anything. There's still a weapon toss up from West to keep himself safe, gets back on the stage with the side air.
Nice movement from Lopez. Waiting out the down air, gets the downlight recovery. Not quite enough to finish off the stock of West, but Lopez looking good.
All gun players cried
toss.
in horror when that did not KO, even though West was red.
Oh,
no, he went for something big there with that. Putting him in possibly a risky position, giving West a weapon.
Each of these hits are bringing West back. These are the paddles of life. The ground pound misses. Lopez eats the recovery from West. The side air will finish off the second stock, but again, Lopez is in the red. He had West in the red when he was in the orange, but he just couldn't get that last hit.
He's going to have to find the KO with Lance, which can be tough. Finds the side air from the wrong side of the stage. Not going to help him out in terms of getting the KO, but he does find the recovery. Still has a KO. Lance players crying out in horror.
The two sides of Sparky crying, the Blasters and the Lance at odds against each other, but the side air from Wes will even up the stock count.
Wes going to have his control of the weapons. Goes for the axe, up 2-0 in this set. A victory here secures the tournament for Wes.
Ooh, three-piece.
Oh,
Lopez
Wes is adding up the damage.
These axe hits from Wes. Sidelight and air, doesn't hit the stair. Oh, this is looking so good for Wes now. All right, over to the Blasters. What was that dare?
He went for the perk of
He
pivot.
goes up.
Oh, gosh, dude, I don't know what's going to happen. Is it going to kill? It kills!
He did it! He held on! Diamond hands keep Lopez alive. He is taking a step towards victory as he still has to get two more.
Blasters Chad's crying out in celebration that a D-Light recovery was the game sealer there. Man, Lopez, by the skin of his teeth, has not locked in a character yet. So maybe he's not confident on what he wants to do, but the same thing goes for Wes.
Well, Lopez has to lock in first.
Yeah.
So, like, on the very hypothetical situation where Lopez picked something that Wes wants to counterpick, that's why Wes isn't going straight into the Macho Man. But there it is. It's going to be the Thor for game 4. Lopez not liking anything about the Barasta beyond the defense, as he is going to go for Thor against the Macho Man.
He's just straight default Thor. I think he had like a level 39 Thor, but he's just straight up default skin, default colors, defense stance Thor.
Well, his hopes are on this Thor as we get into game number 4, Lopez versus Wes. Wes did get the spawn weapon, gets the first hit with an air, not much else afterwards, but here comes the damage. Dodges through to avoid the dare.
Okay.
Okay.
Gonna throw out some neutral lights, goes to the sidelight side air, evening up this damage now pretty quickly. Has Wes in the orange, so now taking the damage lead. Oh, that's what I'm worried about. If you're a Wes fan, you need to be worried about that signature right there. Cleans it up with the ground pound. If Wes wants to stick in the air, like that's where you're going to be as a Lance player, finding KOs with recovery and finding KOs with side air. Think about how much space that hammer signature controls.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fantastic just airspace denier. There, he's throwing it out, but Wes staying low this time. Not going to panic jump into that one. Still, Wes looking alive. Avoids the side heavy, has the weapon advantage, avoids the neutral signature. Lopez wants to widen this gap here. Oh, that's punish. No, he misses the punish.
He was just so far away. That's going to be so tough to punish. This Lance Sider doesn't send you that far, but it's going to be a ground pound answering Lopez's ground pound that took out Wes's first stock. This time it's going to be Lopez falling. Lopez jumping high in the air, waiting for that weapon spawn to come in. It came in around him. Nair comes out from Wes. Lopez still grabs the hammer.
Showing the threat of the side signature, letting Wes know ground is not safe either. What's the option going to be? See how Wes reacts. Looks like he's going high. No signature coming out from Lopez. Went for the Russian Mafia, but he ends up ledge canceling the downlight, and Wes gonna live.
He's got to be so mad at that soft platform right now. It just had to be there.
Oh no. And the longer Wes lives, the more he comes back into this one. He's getting hits onto Lopez. Stop, he goes for a sidelight at red.
That had to have been a misinput there. Oh no. Wes continuing to add up damage. Still doesn't have Lopez in the red, but that side air actually does turn him red. The follow-up side air is going to let Wes take the lead. Damn you, soft platform!
Lopez not happy right now. He was so close to having a huge lead. Sidelight side air still not enough. Hammer scoop will even it up. White stocks each. Lopez with the weapon advantage. He throws up the orb, expecting the weapon to spawn sooner.
Now, one thing that we're seeing with this Thor pick from Lopez that we didn't see with Barraza is signature usage. He feels much safer using them on Thor than he did on Barraza. They seem to be a central part of his game plan against Wes here.
Yeah, there was like no Barraza signatures. But right now, Wes is hitting those dares. Lopez avoids the neutral signature. It's a two-piece. Still relatively even.
Man, Wes cannot find that read where he goes for the turnaround side air.
Yeah.
Oh, more neutral airs from Lopez. Lopez in the lead here, needs the victory on this game to tie it up and take it to game 5. Neutral signature, not quite enough on it.
Go to the hammer. Go to the hammer. Go to the hammer's got better knockout tools. Wes is still living. Side air puts him off stage. Orb toss not going to connect. He's got the hammer. He's going to wait.
Got to worry about that dare. Oh, he went for it, but Wes immediately recovers back to the platform. The signature, he grabs it down. Signature for the KO. We're going to a game 5.
Time in hands, Lopez. He holds on for dear life. Game 5 after a 5-game reset, and Lopez still playing his heart out. We've got a game 5. This is do or die on either side.
Is he going to go in with the Macho Man yet again? That was such a close game, man. Oh my goodness, between these two. Looking back at Lopez's record in tournament, a lot of his losses that are like finally knocking him out of the tournament are game 5 situations.
I mean, we've seen just a lot of game 5s as a whole throughout this tournament this weekend, as well as into last weekend. We're seeing a lot of game 5s come out. Even just looking at this top 8, we see Monexo versus DB, that went to game 5. Power Ranger versus Baltazar, that went to game 5. Even in the winners final, Wes versus Lopez went to game 5. Grand finals, Wes versus Lopez went to game 5. Here in the grand finals, game 5, and it's Lopez back on the Barraza.
Now this is interesting because one of the things that we really saw that was the kill option he was looking for was 1 on the hammer and 2 specifically the down signature. He got 2 KOs with that down signature. The other one was that pivoted dare on the edge, that Perka pivot hammer dare to send off the top. Now he's completely abandoning that and going back to the Barraza.
He'll still have the pivot dare. He was doing it with the blasters as well. Nice 3-piece from Lopez. I was looking for that follow-up off that downlight ground pound. Like, he wasn't doing anything off of it. I'm glad he's starting to do stuff now, but still, this is going to be a tight one going down to the wire. We've already started this one off, and their damage is even.
Wes throwing away his weapon early. The weapon spawns have not been favoring Wes whatsoever.
Thor might be a Lopez fan. Or sorry, not Thor, Odin.
Well, Thor might be, and therefore, by extension, maybe his father, Odin.
Yeah.
Maybe Odin is the original Lopez fan, and then like you root for who your parents root for.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm sure there are a lot of people in chat rooting for Wes. After he found that ground pound, he's in orange right now. If he can make sure he plays very tight, very clean, he has the option to really make this lead go places.
Yeah, that was a clean edge guard from Wes, just waiting for Lopez to burn a lot of tools. The dodge up along the wall almost hits the axe recovery. If that backswing had hit, could have been another big knockout for Wes, but Lopez holding on for dear life. Downlight, recovery, that's the stock, keeping it even.
Has his choice of weapons, sticks with the blasters. Weapon spot coming in. Wes is able to grab this one right off the bat. Finally, he finds that read that he's wanted so many times. The down air into the turnaround side air, and he turns it into a KO with a recovery off the top. Full stock lead for Wes.
What a big read from Wes. He's been reading those jump outs off the nairs, and so far they weren't really hitting, but that time it does. Got the second follow-up nair into the recovery. This is massive.
Ooh,
he's chunking. He's chunking. He's ready to be done and out of this. Lopez not even near enough damage onto Wes for that recovery to be a knockout.
1 or 2 hits. Lopez is red.
He needs perfect stocks here.
Wes is ready for it. He tastes the possibility of victory. Lopez fighting back. 2 hits, unanswered.
Oh.
Lopez is in the red. The axe side air goes to finish it off with a side air. Lopez dodges through with the recovery. It was too low. You see the taunt coming out early. He thought that was it.
He thinks it's over.
GC side signature. Wesley is your South America 1v1 winter champion.
Closing it out in game number 5. What a harrowing adventure for both of these players, but still, Wes is able to come out victorious. He has gotten the stamps across the calendar, winning in winter, spring, summer, and fall. He's gotten all 4 seasons in the bag.
I think that means you get like a week free stay at the Four Seasons Hotel. And I'm not talking about the landscaping company. I'm talking about the actual hotel.
Yeah, like the legit, the one that actually normally has beds. Well done from Wes.